right, so part 1, we're going to find the arithmetic formulas, but it doesn't say which one. So please write this down. Numbers 1 through 3, we're going to find implicit. And numbers 4 through 5, we're going to find explicit. Now, 1, 2, and 3, those are like level 1 problems. 4 and 5, they amp up a little bit, so you're going to have to find missing pieces. You're going to have to understand what's given to you and understand what you have to find. All right, so here we go. Problem 1. So remember, your implicit is going to be a sub n equals, we're going to have the difference times the letter n and then a constant. So the only letters you can have in your answer is a sub n and n. Everything else has to be numbers. Let's see. All right, so remember, y'all, implicit, we got to have a plus c at the end. And plus c is a sub 0. So I'm going to work backwards. I know a sub 1 and I know the difference. So if a sub 1 is 1 and the difference is 3, if I want to move forward, I would add 3 every time. A sub 2 would be 1 plus 3. A sub 2 is 4. A sub 3 would be 4 plus 3. It would be 7. So if I want to work backwards, then I'm going to subtract. So 1 minus 3 is a sub 0. I could write that right here. And a sub 0 is negative 2. Which means negative 2 goes here, because that's the C. And y'all, number 1's like low level, they give us the D. So we're going to put that 4 in front. I'm sorry, it's a 3. I apologize. The difference is a 3. Let's put a 3 right here. That's the answer. I didn't have to do any solving. I just had to think about it. Number 2 is no solving. Just think about it. All right, so problem 2 is a sub 1. And this time the difference is a negative 8. So I'm subtracting 8 every time to move forward in the sequence, which means I'm going to add 8 if I want to move backwards in the sequence. So a sub 0, what do you guys think a sub 0 is? It is. Good job. All right, so that sun is making me crazy. I'm going to have to shut that. So this is going to be a sub n equals negative 8n plus 108. Now I know I just said you can only have the letter n in your answer, and if it's just numbers, then it is just a sub n and n. But y'all, this is in terms of x, so it's going to look a little different. But it's pretty much the same thing. All right, look. To find a sub 0, which is going to be the constant, remember, it is a sub 1 and we're working backwards. So it's a sub 1 minus the difference. A sub 1 is x. The difference is 2x. So a sub 0, which is the constant, is just negative x. So the answer to this is going to be a sub n equals d times n. Remember the d is 2x times n. There's dx. And then you tag the constant at the end. The constant is minus x. Any questions on implicit? They're synonymous. You can write C here on all of these. You can. It means exactly the same thing. Guys, please remember those are interchangeable. I will interchange those. A sub 0 and C are the same thing. All right, problem 4. Yeah, let me show this. This is not a big deal for the screen. Y'all, is that bothering you? Is that light bothering you? Okay, then I'm not going to mess with it. All right, so for problem 4, remember we're finding explicit. And in order to find explicit, we need the D value, which we do not have. We need A sub 1, which we do not have. So you got to have those two components. Not hard to find. Remember, the D is slope. So here we go to Algebra 1 flashback. To find the slope, it's going to be 85 minus 94. On top, it's a fraction. And underneath, we're going to subtract those subscripts. So underneath, it's going to be 6 minus 3. All right, so that's going to be a negative 9 over 3. So our difference is negative 3. Which means as I move forward, I'm subtracting 3 every time. If I want to move backwards, which I'm about to do, I'm going to be adding 3 every time. So we need to find A sub 1. They gave us A sub 3. I'm going to work backwards. That's not too hard for me. But, y'all, if that was like A16 and that was A13, then I would solve for it, which I'm going to do in problem 5. So problem 4, I'm working backwards to find A sub 1. Problem 5, I will sub in. So I'm going to show you both ways. All right, so what is A sub 1? I don't know, but I know what A sub 2 is. A sub 2 is going to be 94 plus 3. So A sub 2 is 97. So what do you guys think A sub 1 is? There you go. It's 100. Good job. Do you have any questions on how Hamza knew it was 100? All right, we've got everything we need then. This is going to be A sub n equals 100 plus n minus 1 times negative 3. All right, let's box this in. Yes, sir.
How did you get 97 again?
I worked backwards. So see how A sub 3 was 94? I added 3 and worked backwards. Yeah, if you don't put in parentheses, it'll look like minus 3. I just play it safe and always put in parentheses, even if it's positive. All right, so I worked backwards on problem 4. I'm going to solve in problem 5. But before I try to find A, I got to find the difference. Remember, the difference is the slope flashback. So we're going to do 65 minus 20 over 13 minus 4. So that's going to be 45 over 9. So it's going to be just plain 5. All right, so let me solve this. So I'm going to plug in everything I know, leave out what I don't know, and I have to use a piece of the given information. So we're going to plug in A sub 4 equals 20. And guys, the 20 is going to go here. The subscript 4 is going to go here. And of course, the difference, positive 5, is going to go here, because we're going to solve for that. All right, here we go. So 20 equals A sub 1 plus 4 minus 1 times a 5. So A sub 1, y'all, is going to be 20 minus 15. So A sub 1 is 5. So explicit is going to be, I'll write it right here. A sub n equals 5 plus n minus 1 times 5. That was the hardest problem of today. Okay, next part. How are we going to find the first 5 terms? Y'all, it is all about the difference. Find the difference and just add or subtract to find the first 5. So number 6, they are so nice to us in problem 6 because they already gave us the first term and they gave us the difference. So we're just going to add 6 each time because that's the difference. So a sub 2, 5 plus 6, 11. A sub 3, 11 plus 6, 17. A sub 4 is 23. A sub 5 is 29. All right, problem 7, they weren't really nice to us. I mean, they are kind of nice to us. They gave us the first answer, but we have to find the difference. So let's do that whole slope flashback. So we're going to do 46 minus 2 over 12 minus 1. That is going to give us 44 over 11. So our difference is 4. So we're just adding 4 every time. So here we go. They already gave us a sub 1. Let's write a sub 2. That's going to be 6 because you just add 4. A sub 3 is 10. A sub 4 is 14. A sub 5 is 18. All right, so number 8, we have to find a sub 1, and we have to find the difference. Find the difference first. All right, so the difference is going to be 42 minus 26 over 12 minus 8. Y'all, that's 16 over 4. So our difference is a positive 4. Now, I could, if I wanted, I could use this formula to find the answers, or this formula to find the answers. But remember, we have to find the first 5 terms. And term number 5 is only 3 places away from term 8. So I'm working backwards. I'm going to find extra stuff, but it's okay. All right, a to the 7. A to the 7 is going to be 26 minus 4. So a to the 7 is 24. A to the 6 is going to be 24 minus 4, so it's 20. Now I'm going to start finding the required stuff. So I'm going to put a to the 5 over here. A to the 5, 20 minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. Oh, I did something wrong. I can't subtract right. What's 26 minus 4? 22. Sorry, guys. So 22 minus 4 is 18. 18 minus 4 is 14. Oh, I'm so sad. All right. So a sub 5 is going to be 14. A sub 4 is going to be 10. A sub 3 is going to be 6. A sub 4 is going to be 2. I'm sorry, a sub 2 is going to be a positive 2. And a sub 1 is a negative 2. I'm so sorry, I cannot add. So those a and 6 and a7 I did not really need. But here's a sub 5, a sub 4, and here's what the instructions were asking. That's why I'm highlighting it in green, because that's the answer for problem 8, because I made a mistake on problem 8. Moving on. Number 9. Number 9 has several pieces of information, so please make sure you read it. The first one, it says, find the first 5 terms of the arithmetic sequence. Look, remember, this is recursive. So that 4 is the D value. So this is going to be a sub 1 is 1. A sub 2 is going to be 5. We're adding 4 each time. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. So that's the first part of our instructions. The second part of our instructions is to find the D value. And remember, the D value is right here. I don't even have to find it. I just have to rewrite it. So the D value is 4. And then we need to write the nth term of the sequence as a function. So y'all, if I write the word function, you are going to have to know it's implicit. So it's going to be this. So here we go. So it is going to be a sub n equals 4n, and then I need a constant. So remember, for the constant, guys, we're just going to work backwards. So this is going to be a 1 minus a 4. And 1 minus 4 is going to be 3. Any questions on that? All right, so just like we kind of modified the instructions for the notes, we're going to modify the instructions for your classwork. Turn to page 11. You are going to do all page 11. All page 11 is required, but we're going to change the instructions. So on page 11,